Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Diablo 3. The very first thing we're going to do is we're going to put the Ring of RORG Grandeur in the cube because this is part of our final build. This means that Born's Privilege is now reducing all our cooldowns, which is great. Also means we can potentially get rid of a part of the Sage's set and still have double Death's Breath dropping. It's really good. In addition, I think we also got Orgild's stuff ready to craft. So let's have a look at shoulders. No, we don't. Not yet. But we could do Ashiara's stuff for the moment. And it wouldn't hurt us. So Ashiara's... we could do feet and legs. This is going to be such a janky build. So boots... and pants. Or we could go Captain Crimson's, but... in fact, Captain Crimson's might not be a terrible plan. So... Sage's stuff, we could get rid of one more bit. Captain Crimson's would be... yeah, we would need like waist and legs. But it would still be worth it for a 30% damage increase. Yeah, okay. So I'm definitely not spending our resources in the best possible way. I know that. Captain Crimson's feet, I think.
Surely there is someone out there who would benefit from our aid right now.
So our cooldown reduction. I think that's actually in offense, isn't it? Is 36%. So that's pretty huge. Damage dealt is increased by 36% effectively, and damage taken is resource cost reduction. Which I'm completely blind to seeing at the moment. Down here. 25.6% damage reduction. Yeah, it's pretty good, these. So in terms of Borns, we have to have those bits. In terms of Sages, we could make do with two pieces. So we could swap out the belt or the helmet. In terms of the helm, we don't... we could go for the Helm of Rule, but we don't need a chance to block. So yeah, there's no reason for us to do that. I want to have a look for phylacteries. We can make ourselves a level 71 just so that... well, this is a level 71 actually. It's just got level requirement reduced. Yeah, so that's going to be fine. Braces, key through splint. Yeah, I think overall we're good. In terms of resources, we've only got 10 Death's Breaths, so there's not a huge amount that we could really do to mix things up here. Let's salvage up the spare bits that we've got. And then we'll think about where we're going to go next. Damn, that Ring of RORG Grandeur has really made a huge difference. I was going to up the difficulty. That's what I was going to do. So we don't want to be sat on Master. No, we can definitely put it up higher than this. I reckon we can go straight to Torment 2 at this point. 5 minutes in and we'll actually start playing. Okay. So we are going to be running, well, yeah, Rifts now. Now that we've got the Ring of Raw Grandeur, we don't need to do anything beyond Rifts for our various gems. Torment 2, everything has a lot more health, that's for certain, but we're going to be getting a lot more experience doing this. And we're not in any danger. For the just. Double mages. This is where our damage comes from. I mean, Simulacrum is still an awesome thing for us to be tooting. Having its cooldown reduced by as much as it is going to help us out while we're on our way towards getting the Carnival set. And hopefully we'll get all guild sets sooner rather than later, and we can swap over some of those bits. Or just keep pumping them. We're gonna keep the damage up. Just keep the mage focus on. There we go. Double death's breaths. So two-handed scythe, phylactery, regular scythe. These are the kind of things we're going to want to make. We also need to do some ring upgrades. I'm honestly not sure what the most urgent thing is going to be in terms of where we're going to get our benefit. Okay. Reasonably solid. Let's put this point in quickly. Bit of extra cooldown reduction increases our damage now. So, worth it. And of course lets us hit Simulacrum up faster. We're going to go round this way. Ah, there was a conduit that I missed. That's way too far behind for us to go back for it. I'm not seeing any reason for me to change our skill setup over until we're actually starting to move towards the Carnival set. If we get the scythe that we need, and supporting stuff for it, then switching over to Grim Scythe would make sense. But for the moment, I'm happy with how we are. Okay, into the prison. I think the last area we may have just been really unlucky with monster health. Because this seems to be quite a bit better in terms of how quickly things are dying. Anyone down here? There's someone! do this from a relatively safe distance. Double death breaths. Now it's important to note, double death breaths doesn't actually mean it's going to directly double them. I think it only increases them by 1. Let me just double check that. Oh no, it does actually double them. For a while there was a bug where once it starts dropping 2 or 3, you would only get +1. So if it is going to double them, then that's going to be very good for us. And of course, we are getting quite a lot of experience as well, so... Give me some bones, guys. Feel like we need a lot more essence all the time. E19, right, that goes into resist all. Survivability before offense, that's generally the rule I play by when doing hardcore characters. Completely mistimed that for the bone armor. Let's try that again. It's a little bit toasty. Right, simulacrum time. More mages, if in doubt, more mages. This is why we have simulacrum, so we can really double down when we need to. Oh, double down, because we're doubling death breaths and we're doubling our mage. I know, I'm sorry. Loving all these death breaths we're getting. It's going to cost us next to nothing to try some upgrades, and we'll probably end up getting something useful out of them. I say probably because you can never quite tell, but... Okay, let's go back through the middle. Enlightened Shrine, bit of extra experience. Yeah, we'll take that. Can't reach that arcane dust, but it's okay. I think we're pretty much done with this area. There's a little bit up there that we didn't go near, but I honestly don't think there's going to be much in there, if anything. So let's just move on to the next level and push on towards getting this rift done. I want my legendary gems. Good monster density. Let's get his simulacrum out. Okay, we've got quite a lot of stuff to sort through. Let's grab these various orbs. Good time for the simulacrum there. We could have been potentially overwhelmed if it was nastier mobs, so getting things killed quickly is vitally important. In that case, we probably would have been fine, but you know, you have to err on the side of caution just in case. Frozen ghost mage. You wouldn't think that you could freeze a ghost, but apparently you can. Well, I guess skeleton mage. They're more like ghosts though than skeletons. It's definitely down to the perception of those robes that they've got, and the kind of like ethereal-ish nature. Ooh, very nearly Rift Guardian time. Okay, Crusader King. And there he goes. 2 Death's Breaths, Greater Rift Keystones, some Forgotten Souls, and other bits. Exactly what we needed. So we're going to hand this in with Auric, of course, and then sort through what we've got. So, movement speed goes up, life per hit goes up, and all of this is going to get salvaged up. There's no reason for us really to hold on to any of it. Kadala, let's start gambling with phylacteries, because it's only going to cost us 25, and there is a chance we will get the one we want.
See you soon.
That is not the one I was expecting, but we will definitely consider it.
What a steal.
So is it going to be worth me upgrading one of these?
Anything could happen.
Let's let me just have a look at my list. So Ledger's Disdain is the phylactery, and Grimscythe would restore. Sorry, do extra damage for every point of essence it restores. So it's not the one we really want to go for straight away. I'll keep gambling for them, and this one increases bone spear damage, so it's going to be pretty damn useful. But yeah, it's worth us considering. I think the one that we're going to put in the cube, the two-handed scythe, is the one that we really want to work up. We don't have enough Death's Breaths anyway. It is a moot point. A completely moot point. Let's go into a greater if this one is going to be a Torment 2 one. And we've got money to empower it, so let's do that.
Are you strong enough to survive the trials?
So starting straight with Simulacrum. So we can double down on these guys. Okay, our bone armor stacks is up to max now, that's good. But these things are not efficient to be killing. Oh, right, you. You're the kind of thing I want to be focusing on. There we go. Get our time up. Is this a way on? It looks like it is.
This world can abide you no longer.
Yeah, keep them all nicely clustered together. Let's get another simulacrum out. For more mages, faster killing, and all of that. I probably should have looked to change one of our skills over to a cold skill, so we could take advantage of that movement speed buff, but we're just going to have to make do with what we've got for now. Knockbacks just aren't cool. Skeletal mages are cool. Perfect. Keep the damage nice and high. Siphon Blood, of course, restoring our essence really quickly because of the funerary pick. Can't believe our mages are doing like 11 million damage when they go off. It is pretty nuts. Yeah, there wasn't really enough mobs nearby to take advantage of the channeling pylon, which is a bit of a shame. We're still doubling the time on what we're doing, so I'm not worried about our speed, and our survivability is very solid as well. Ah, stupid Waller, get out my way. Okay, next mobs. Give me a few bones for my armor. And up here, we have another elite. And a nice gained level. Yeah, you guys can fight over there. I'm looking for something more interesting to kill. Like these guys. Oh, he's just going straight down. Yeah, it feels very slow and deliberate playing as this Necromancer at the moment. We don't quite have the speed that we used to, but we've definitely got a lot of the power.
Evil has been rebuked.
Yeah, evil's been rebuked, and there's nothing really nearby for us to murder while we've got this power pylon. That went okay. Stealing bones from everything in sight as much as possible. Good, 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 good. It does have the advantage of stunning them as well. Although we might want to change that. We don't need stun anymore as such. Although stun is definitely useful. Even just to say situationally useful. Hey, okay. So we'll start off by stunning you, as I just mentioned. Oh, that was a terrible time for me to do a simulacrum. Oh, we got a sword and Legacy of Dreams, which is about as far away as we would want. Ooh, hello, Ingeon. It's about as far away as we would want to get from what we're doing. So we'll just carry on putting into Bane of the Powerful. So Ingeon we may as well put straight in the cube. We'll get a benefit from both characters, I guess, but it's not the one we want.
Has blessed me.
In fact, I'm not going to put it in the cube. We're going to save the Death's Breaths. But we know that we have it, just in case we need it. Legacy of Dreams, you can come down here. Disappointing. So disappointing. Salvage, salvage. And our gems are... In fact, yeah, with 2 extra bits there. That's not what I wanted to do. What I wanted to do was do this. We don't need that in there anymore. Instead, I want reducing the cooldown of skills by an additional 11%, because that's 11% extra damage. Oh, damn it. And I want to improve our intelligence, which will have a double whammy of giving us a bit more defense and a bit more attack. Okay, let's do another regular rift. We could keep asking Kadala for phylacteries, but I'll just wait until after we've done the next ones.
Are you ready? Let your trial begin.
Barrel killers, that's what we are. And beast killers, of course. So we've got enough to do an upgrade of an item. That's good. We will try once again for the two-handed scythe, and I think we'll keep focusing on one thing until we get it. Awesome, we have some blues in here, and they're all leaping into the fray. Well, I think they died. Yeah, there's the orbs. 31 million health these mobs have got. So not much of a surprise that it takes a while to get them killed. This is not the way on, but there is chests, so we're going to have a look. Nope, nothing that we want. get a little bit more essence as we move on. Our mages are a bit like ethereal snipers. That's how I'm looking at them. Hey, double death breaths. Simulacrum doing his job. Because it's totally the simulacrum and not what we're wearing on our head. Now running at Torment 2 is great, but we're not going to be able to do the season journey bits at this level. We need to get up to Torment 4 for that. So I really hope we start finding some bits of the sets we need. That's a lot of beams. A lot of very nasty laser beams. And we can face tank most of them, so that's fine. Getting good monster density for the elite mobs. I'm liking this. Speaking of good monster density. It didn't hurt at all. None of this stuff hurts. Not when you just sat there on top of it all. We do have a lot of defense. Our damage output is really the thing that's lacking at the moment. Although with the mages it's actually alright. But I would love it if it was us doing that amount of damage. Yeah, I'm still not sure how it's going to feel moving across onto Grim Scythe and cursing everything in sight. It's going to be a very different playstyle. Face Lightning helping out, as always. Now, I read that Blizzard was paying attention to what people were saying about this this current season's theme, and I'm wondering whether there's going to be any changes that come in part way to the theme. If there is, it'd be the first time that that something major like that has changed part way through. I commented before when I said it felt a bit unimaginative, and it really does, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Not every season has to have something unique and amazing. If it's just that it's not really viable a bit later on, or it's not doing much to help once you hit GR 120, then yeah, I'm not sure what they'll be able to do other than just kind of make it scale up. Scale up better, but who knows? No Death's Breaths. I am full of disappointment. Garrigan 26. I mean, even at this level, it doesn't really feel like the elemental effects are doing much. They look pretty, don't get me wrong, but just not really what anyone would call effective. Yay, more death breaths. Shield pylon, we don't need it. It smells like Amos just used the tray. Wow, that is a super stinky one. Yeah, I am doubling down in here. We got the simulacrum out and everything. Just because it's so busy. We're going to get the Rift Guardian in a second. Oh, that's so sweet. He tried to face lightning me. That's actually hurting a little bit. So, giant mace. Star helm and other stuff. Let's head back to town. We do have enough time to do the Greater Rift. So we'll hand this in with Auric quickly. And then have a look at what we've got. Aretha's Spark of Life. That's not going to be amazing. So this goes in here. This goes in here. This goes in here. I should try upgrading that. Upgrade rare item. Every point of maximum essence increases your damage by 0.5%, and bone spikes generates 4 additional essence for each enemy hit.
Not for everyone, but give me a try and you won't go back.
We've got 15 death breaths. Let's extract this. I'm sure the Shadow Hook will be useful at some point. We'll salvage up the rest and then we'll hop in and do a Greater Rift. Yeah, so 259 essence. We could have like double damage from that, if I'm understanding it right. It's a bit hard to say. We'll see if everything's dying a lot faster. Yeah, everything's taking double damage. Amazing. Jeez. Okay, this is not the upgrade I was expecting, but it's definitely one I'm happy about. Yeah, everything is taking so much extra damage. This is kind of hilarious. This feels like when we started using the level 70 weapon in the first place. I mean, I could get the simulacrum out, but he's not really going to be doing anything. Good fun, good fun. And a conduit as well. Okay. You guys getting zapped? You guys getting zapped? Is there anyone not getting zapped? Because really, we can probably put the difficulty up to at least Torment 3, if not Torment 4, with that double damage. Which means we could go after those key wardens. I don't know if our survivability is quite good enough for Torment 4, but it's pretty damn good already. And the higher we push, of course, the better drops we'll end up getting. And the more experience we'll end up getting, so there is an incentive, there really is. Let's get myself a mage out. He can do some killing for me while I'm running forwards. And with our cooldown reduction being so high, I'm also just spamming bone armor potentially to keep these guys all in place. Yeah, I'm really quite liking this as a setup. If you get the Ring of Raw Grandeur, you can put together some pretty nice early set combinations. Oh, why'd you have to die all the way over there, mate? That means I've got to walk over to pick up your stuff.
That needs to recharge.
With the channeling pollen, I am now just spamming bone armor.
I must wait.
Okay, we are up to 85%. We are going to go just ever so slightly over time for this episode, but I think for the speed that we've made it through this, it's actually been all right. It's more down to our movement speed than our killing speed, that's for certain. Or 94%. I'll grab the shield pollen. We don't need it, but extra shields always welcome. Cool. Double mages. And there we go. Aiming to 59 seconds to spare. Gem of Ease. It's not a terrible thing. I'm probably more inclined to put into it. Transfer this over to our other character, actually.
I am returning to town.
Right, so first things first, Auric. That gives us 2 more levels that we can play with. Kadala. Let's talk about that phylactery.
Come back again.
I cannot.
That is not the one we need. Really isn't. Is it better than our... It is better than our current one. Oh. Kadala, you are such a troll. You are such a troll. It's like, you didn't want this phylactery. Well, how about this other slightly better phylactery that increases your maximum investments even more, does more damage? Right, siphon blood. No. Where's mages? Could change them to skeleton archers. No, because singularity is by far the best thing. Okay, bone armor. Ah, yeah. Harvest of Anguish. We will be moving very quickly. I'm fine with this. So Genovese comes across here. We'll drop those bits off. But that is going to be it for this episode. Thank you very much for coming along, everyone. I do hope you have enjoyed this. We're going to want to put the difficulty up, that's for certain. I'll probably put it up to Torment 4. But we'll have to see how it feels once we're actually there. As always, if you are enjoying these videos, be sure to give a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so, and you'll be told when the next episode goes live. Otherwise, I'll see you next time for some more Diablo 3. See you soon.